Hi Geminis, welcome to your reading with me. Cindy, I've already pulled out a few cards to get started, Gemini. We'll get into the tarot cards together as we pull them out. It's going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting and I think you're going to like it. So I think so. We'll have to see what the tarot says. But I'm going to tell you right now, the card that came out of the Shadows of the Middle Ages Oracle deck when I asked, what situation is Gemini in? What is Gemini's situation? You got karma. I was like, ooh. Okay, and then it's okay. What is Gemini's energy? And you got the compass. I'm like, okay. So this week I've been mixing the tea leaf oracle deck with the Shadows of the Middle Ages. Haven't done that before, but hey, we're having fun and we're learning new things. This is the card that came out with karma. Can you read that out loud, please? Can you read that out loud? That's, wow. You know, I don't know which way it's going to go with karma. The most difficult part of a situation is over. That's the situation. So I don't know what that... If there's something here in your life, some sort of karmic lesson, some sort of karmic difficulty. That was supposed to be... I should have licked one finger and done like that. Like I made a mark or give you a high 10. I just got really gross with it. Like, why are you licking your fingers before you high 10 me, Cindy? That's disgusting. Yeah, it is kind of gross. I'm so sorry. But anyways, so the most difficult part of a situation is over. You have succeedingly, I don't know, gotten through, learned your lesson, equalized some type of heavy karmic or what you would perceive as difficult karmic energy. The card that came out with compass is, check this out, throne, position of authority. I love that because, right, who's sitting in the throne? It's karma. So right now, the universe has very powerful and strict control over something going on in your life. It looks like to me that you have cleared some very, very heavy karma. The underline is simply the water card here. Some of you may have at times felt like you were drowning in emotions, really just surrounded very much by your feelings and your intuition as well. And then the only card, oh, that's interesting. The only card in the upright in the tea leaf is the fly card, which is a period of ill health and depression. Behind it, completely reversed, is scales. Keep your life in balance. So something was out of balance here, man. Something was out of balance. Something needed a big, like, karmic shift. Course change, it feels like, too. Because now you were on a path. So your energy is a position of authority. Or you're moving towards a position of authority. But it's like, maybe you've had to do that. Like, this could even have something to do with a court of law, even. You know, with karma sitting here in the scales of justice. You could be moving to someone who has authority, or you find yourself. I feel like you find yourself in a position of authority, and if not yet, that's where you're going here. Is it having control and power over your life? Is it taking on a position in something outside of your life? Like, you know, it could be a group or something. It could be, I don't know, I'm hearing a drum circle. So, like, right, it could be something like that. Some sort of spiritual authority here. Could be like a work position. But the hardest part is over. The hardest part is over, right? Like, what a... I mean, I love to be able to deliver those kind of messages to y'all. I wish I should have been recording it while I was just sitting quiet time. While I pull out the cards this week to get started in the readings. But I thought, yeah, it would have been funny because I went, oh, when I pulled out karma. And when I pulled out the rainbow with it, I went, oh, that's very nice. Look, what is this? This is, oh, painful. This is coming out with the karma. I don't know what this is. Okay, who or what? Which one are you in this? Which one? Are you the one on the ground? Or are you the one going in for the last stab? The final plunge of a sword? Right? Why is it not focusing? Come on, don't be. See, he's got this little sword hidden behind his hand. And this guy's like, help me. Help me. Someone's got a sword here. But you see, that's the thing. Karma. Karma. So I feel like, because this is your reading, you could be either one of these. Did you need to put something to rest here that was really painful and it's like, that's enough of this shit? Or have you been through something really, really difficult here and people have been getting you even when you're down? I mean, that's what that card is to me. Really getting somebody when they're already down and adding to it, or putting in the final blow when someone has no way of defending themselves, really. That's over. That's over. Whatever this is, it feels enormous. Like if you've been through a dynamic here with another person or some type of outside entity. And when I say that, I mean it could be an institute, it could be an organization, it could be a group of people. I don't mean like a spiritual entity. I mean something man-made here that's going to fall heavily into these karmic energies. Is that this is almost like a flip. So, you know, if somebody's been doing you bad for a while here, you're coming out on the better end, and they might be tasting what they did to you at some point. I don't know. Well, what's the most difficult part? Three of Pentacles. I want to say it's kind of like working together to get out of the dark. Working together to get out of the dark. That's been the most difficult part, is being able to work together to get out of the dark. Where's it? What's on the other side of the difficult part of the situation? What's on the other side of this difficult part of the situation? Seven of Cups. Hard to say. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. So there's a lot of options and possibilities. I want to say there could be even like dreaming big, getting lost in your ideas and your fantasies. Could be clearing out some type of confusion. Also, I mean, coming out of the dark, working together to get out of the dark. Oh, you're the compass, so off you go. Let's read that. I mean, I'm getting multiple things with that. I'm also getting like that the energies of karma are working around you right now and leading you to exactly where you're meant to be going. 42. The compass card represents direction, guidance, and navigation. It signifies a need for clarity in finding your true path in life. Wow. So if there was some sort of karmic energies that were blocking you from your path, kind of feels like that's finished. This card suggests the importance of making conscious choices, setting goals, and staying focused on your desired direction. That's you. It encourages trusting your inner compass, seeking guidance from mentors or trusted sources, and embracing a sense of purpose and direction in your journey. Take a look at adjacent cards and they'll give you an idea of your direction and destination. It could be clearing something up here with someone too. And once that's cleared, things are just much better. So compass. Wow, the Empress. This is good. This is very good, Gemini. You are on the way to something so beautiful. Frig. This is kind of like that got energy, like at the end of the rainbow. I'm seeing all these like really malevolent little leprechauns in the forest. And you like, but they also, it feels like they, in some way, they represent like your past karma. And like getting past each one of these nasty little karmic leprechauns is, has been like your challenge, has been your spiritual journey. And, right? And now the rainbow is yours. The rainbow is yours. And what would you like to bring into this life? What kind of abundance and beauty? That's where you're going. do I feel like you had a rough reading last week? I want to say things are looking up for you this week. The throne, a position of authority. Oh, it came out with that. Oh, and so it should be the King of Swords. So you have the world, so something ends. I'm going to say it's a karmic cycle, and that's it. Yeah, have you ever watched me before? Maybe some of you haven't. I've had some new people, and hey, welcome. And I forget to reply to their comments, but anyways, like, I've never seen you before. How have I never seen you? I'm like, I don't know. How have some of you never seen me before? I've been here for a while. Every day? Not every day. I take Saturdays and Sundays off, but okay. The world, it's just it. It's like it just ends. So when we start with an ending, like, I don't know, we're not going to go into details about what this is that came to a conclusion, but it's over. It's over. That's it. There's no karma attached to it. Six of Pentacles and the King of Swords. There could be some sort of payout that is occurring here as well. Some sort of resolution in terms of financial division with the Six of Pentacles, and making sure everybody gets a fair amount. And then the King, so funny. The way he's holding this map for the maze, which is also fascinating because you have the compass. He's holding the map for the maze, but it looked like his documents. I don't know what that means. Like his certificate, his documents. As this gives him the authority, the documents. It could just be sort of like a spiritual thing. Some of you, it might actually be like literally you got your paperwork. I don't know. Yeah. And there you go. Off you go, and you have a map for the maze, and you have your compass. If you have a map and a compass, you can go anywhere. I learned that in college. And trust the compass, don't trust yourself. All right? I learned that too. Yeah, I did. I was in a class. They were all guys except me. Well, yeah, obviously. They were all guys except me. And they all had kind of like guy brains. A couple of them didn't. And they got to the end as well. Those were the older guys, to be honest. The younger guys were like too much. They didn't believe the compass. And they went in a circle. I was one of the first people to come out of the forest. I was like, I did it. Look at me. I did it. And the instructor said, well, Cindy, you followed the compass. I said, yeah, I did. Said to follow the compass. So I followed the compass. And all the guys were like, how did you do that, Cindy? I just followed the compass. The compass. And there were times where it was like, this doesn't make sense. I thought I was going in a straight line, but the compass is telling me to go over here. Well, the teacher said to follow the compass. And I ended up going a straight line because we will naturally walk in a circle. In a great big circle, we will naturally do that. And you have a map and the compass. That's pretty good. Yeah, like it can't get much better than that. It's so curious. That's weird. It's like these little karmic leprechauns that have been taunting you in the forest. And I'm seeing you get like sort of one of them, like inside of like this. Really, it's like sour face, giving you like your certificate of accomplishment through karma. And then you go to the next. After that little nasty little leprechaun, you go to the next one. And then one gives you a compass, and the other one gives you the map. You're like, shit, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Because you're on your way. I like this. This is kind of a cool reading. You know, you are one of those signs, too. I'm just going to say, where you can be very unpredictable to me when I come in to read you. Actually, you are. You are the most unpredictable sign, I think, that I read. Yeah. And I mean that in terms of like, I find a lot of the signs I can kind of like, they'll get into a bit of a, ooh, everything's been going really, really good. And we'll sit there for a while and we might plateau. Oh, and then we go down. Or we might come up. Like, Leo's been a little rough for a while. Like I can identify these, but I never know. When I come into your sign, and I find that kind of fascinating. Like you guys can have some pretty hard weeks. And then you can have like these really empowering, like, whoa, look at you. And then you can have some really hard weeks. I find that fascinating though. Yeah. If I was going to pick, like as a reader, having read y'all for 6 years now. Oh, yeah. 6 years. I think April will be the 6-year anniversary. I would describe you as the most unpredictable sign in terms of what am I going to hit when I come in here. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. And I'm hitting one of those readings where it's like, I'm going to lick my fingers and give you a high 10. I'm like, no, that's nasty. I'm sorry. So, actually, no, we start with the situation. So the situation is karma, 10 of swords. The most difficult part of a situation is over. And it's funny, it's the situation spot. The 8 of wands, flying into the distance, the ace of swords, and the 5 of swords. What is that, though? All right, well, okay. I want to say it's almost like some sort of a truth that would be hard to expose. I don't know why, but it's kind of like if you expose this truth, you feel like you could be in trouble, or you could feel trapped, or somebody has trapped you. We're going to look at that 5 of swords, but this is definitely moving in the direction of truth and clarity. I don't know. It also, like with this double sword energy, when I say the king of swords and the ace of swords, they're two of the most powerful sword cards. So it's, it feels like a brand new day, maybe like intellectually too, like a clear mind. But yet you have the 7 of cups. So there might be some emotional things that you're still working through here. It's not to say that a situation is over. It's not that, but I would say it's the most difficult part of a situation is over. And that is somehow related to me, it looks like a deep spiritual lesson here. So when the King of Swords is holding that map, and I say like a certificate or whatever it is, it does. It feels like you have, yeah, you've graduated from this difficult karmic situation. So the compass and the Empress. You're on the right path. You keep following your map. Pay attention to the compass. Again, if we look at that in terms of ourselves, like, where am I taking me today? See where God wants to take you. God is the compass, right? And as my instructors told me in college, don't go where you think you should go. Just follow the compass, Cindy. Just follow the compass. Okay. Follow the compass. I think I was the first one out of the woods. Follow the compass. It's not to say that my mind doesn't get in my own way most of the time. It's just that one time, that one day, I was like, all right, follow the compass. The 3 of Wands. The Star. Wow. The 8 of Pentacles. This is very good. Some of you could be moving towards like a job of your dreams here. Yeah, some of you are going to build. So, okay, when I say you have cleared karma, you have, it feels like to me, you've walked into like your north node. You've walked into a calling, or you're going to, like, because you are the compass, you are going in that direction. Your ship has come in. Oh, poor Capricorns. You've had that going around a couple of weeks now with the ship. Is the ship coming in? Yeah, the ship is coming in. The ship is coming in. All right, okay. The ship sunk, but there's like a lifeboat coming in now. Yeah, my poor Cappies. Okay, so, but your ship is in. Your ship has come in. Your ship has come in. And because it's the Star with the 8 of Pentacles, this is definitely, it's meant for you. It's part of your destiny, and you're going to work with this and build on it. Abundance, abundance, abundance. You're going to have lots to give in this. You're going to have lots to receive in this energy. Yeah, your ship has come in, baby. But why is that 5 of Swords over there with the karma? That's the situation. So it's odd. There's almost like there's some type of still like emotional confusion surrounding. I mean, it just could be, if you've been through something tough, it could be a bit of a shock and awe energy that still sort of permeates around you. But it's kind of like it's over. It's okay. That I don't want to like jump over that and ignore it. Because if we think of trauma, we think of anxiety, we think of all the like difficult emotions and thoughts and ways of functioning that we can have or create. And it's always kind of like the difficult situation after the fact. The situation is over. and we were reacting to it or we were feeling a certain way, the situation is gone. But we still can kind of hold on to that reactive feeling or that way of thinking. So it doesn't seem like thinking though. You're right, like your strong energy here is air energy, your thoughts, your mind, your articulation, your expressing yourself. I feel like that is strong here, but it's the emotion, it's where you land emotionally is maybe the part here that you're still working through. But just keep this in mind, like the hardest part of what you've been through is over. And the whole thing is upright. They've been through so much. It starts with the Seven of Wands and the Strength card. This is having a very strong boundary and don't come near me. Right? A lot of self-control. Ace of Wands, Death card. And I'll tell you why. Because that almost feels like there's a bit of survival required there. Like I need to survive through this. I need to get myself through this. Because that's the Ace of Wands, she's releasing a phoenix, which is so poignant beside the Death card, like of death and rebirth. The phoenix is a very scorpionic energy to me. And that's kind of like double Scorpio. So getting your phoenix into the air. High Priest, whoa, the High Priestess and the Wise One, which is the Hierophant. Spiritual counterpart energy. So getting, it's in terms of, wow, your soul resonating, connecting with deeper information, perhaps even about itself, through some type of rebirth in a very protective time. Ten of Swords. There's two Ten of Swords. You're like, you just had the Ten of Swords, Cindy. Yes, we did. There's two Ten of Swords and two Three of Swords in this deck. That one's the hardest one. Oh, that's the hardest one. This is the most difficult one. And karma, the most difficult part of a situation. Who you are. Dismantling your ego and with the Death card too. Very Plutonic. Like breaking down who you've been, who you know yourself to be, was the most difficult part here. Now this one, this is like a sense of like looking at yourself from the outside in. This is coming to terms with who you've been and who you are and who you might be, right? Like it's the Ten of Swords. It still talks about the death of the ego. It talks about painful dismantling of mental constructs of who we are. But this, look at, like you see his face, like it's calm, it's relaxed. He's smiling at his own knowing. It's like, because there's a lot of wisdom that has come out of understanding who you've been, how you've been that person, and who you're going to be. So this is the good Ten of Swords. Well, they're still hard. Well, they're good. I guess good or bad. It's really, it's how we perceive it. It just is, honestly. The King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands with the Moon. Well, that's really interesting. That's a different kind of a dynamic there. There's some sort of connection here in the ethereal between the yin and yang. There's a very powerful, there is a very, and this underline is showing me kind of like a very powerful yin and yang spiritual connection. But if these are two people, they're very different on the outside, but on the inside, they're very similar. Oh yeah, I showed you that. It was the fly. So there's something difficult here. A period of depression too that could have been connected to ill health. Dollright, karma. I love the way she sits in her chair. Karma. The Nine of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Sun. I don't know. I'm just like hearing like angels like, oh, it's the Sun. I mean, that I want to clarify because you have the Five of Swords here, and it's something very difficult that has left you, or you've been in some type of dynamic here where it didn't matter what you did. You're going to come out on the losing end, and even if you attempted to win or need to do something for yourself, it's almost like you're going to hurt someone to do that. But the Sun, and there's that long boundary with the Nine of Wands. Sun, man, you guys are hitting. I feel like I'm looking at like like in almost like real time, a self-actualization here on the table. Like you've done this. You've cleared the trail of karmic leprechauns. So the Ten of Swords. I don't know. I think because of the rainbow. Getting like this Page of Wands and the Six of Wands. Huh, that's interesting. The Page of Wands and the Six of Wands with that Ten of Swords. That feels like something you said used against you in some way. It feels like something that you said that was used against you. It also feels like how you used to communicate which would have been perceived very well, though. Like, that's over. That's finished. There's something really big here about who you are as the self. You've gone through just a massive change. Like, I also feel like I'm seeing, I talk about it and we see it so often as the butterfly and the chrysalis, but very rarely do I see it actually hatch out. This feels like I'm on, maybe it is a hatch out. Like, this could be a hatch out. Like hatching out of the chrysalis. I think a lot of times they don't see it on the channel because often people come to tarot when they're feeling confused or they're feeling like frustrated, or well, some people do come just because it's fun. We're trying to make it fun here if we can. But you know, but regardless of that, often I think Spirit wants or needs or knows to deliver a message to those that are most in need of it. And so I don't often see like the hatch out, because I think I'm looking at what I would describe as the hatching out of the chrysalis after what is a very difficult time. Working in the dark. Why is this Five of Swords here? What was it landed? The Eight. This is what landed on the Eight of Pentacles. The Seven of Swords landed on the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands landed on the Ace of Swords. Okay, there's a way here that you've had to navigate something that is related to your situation but isn't really meant to be you long term. And this navigation has something to do with like how you think about things and how you strategize and plan. You're not that person anymore. I also feel like you have somehow found yourself out of, I don't know, it could be in some way that you found yourself entrapped in a situation. I mean, that could be karma too. It's such an interesting story, right? With this butterfly. I don't know, like if you were a kid and, well, if you weren't a kid, you just were born as an adult. But when you were a kid, if you guys ever had, if you have them where you live, like fireflies. And I used to love going and catching the fireflies. I would do the same that this person has. Put little holes in the jar, and I would put the jar under my bed. And I would get like these little orbs from under my bed. And I would do that up with my grandparents. And my grandfather was always very wise to tell me, Cindy, you know that they won't survive in there. Oh, okay, Grandpa. You gotta let them go at some point. If you don't let them, he would always leave it up to me. You know, he would never be like, that's cruel, you gotta let them go. He would just tell me the facts, and then he would leave it up to me. It's funny, because he was Capricorn. And the first time, I was like, no, I'm gonna keep some. They'll be okay, I'll put some in there. So I know nothing about fireflies. And they died. And I was heartbroken, and I looked at their little dead bodies, and I felt so bad. And then I never did it again. And then if I didn't even catch them, I would just go out at night, and I would try to like catch them with my hands and let them go. But, right, that's the story here of the child, is that I found something so wonderful and exciting and beautiful. This feels like it changes my life. I'm going to put them under my bed. But if you don't if you don't let them go, they're going to die, and you won't have them anymore. If you let them go, they're going to be gone, and you won't have them anymore. That is very much the Five of Swords. But So I don't know, there could have been a situation that you found yourself in where you were kind of like trapped like that. Like it doesn't matter if I do this or that. I'm going to lose. I can't. Like, what are you going to do? I used to keep everything in jars. Salamanders. My grandfather would always tell me, Cindy, I don't know what age I stopped doing that. I'm like, yeah, this shit just dies. Okay, the world. Oh, God, you got the friggin' map and the compass. What is over? What has come to an end here? How am I going? Where am I going? What am I doing? You're good. I've never seen such a hatch out here in a reading. Y'all have hatched out. If you feel like you're on the cusp of this, or you know your life and you're like, oh yeah, I need to hatch out. Oh, let me just tell you, it's coming. The Six of Pentacles. I love that the Temperance just came out in the reverse. Could be really, really eager here to, I want to say it's like give of yourself or get out there or get into the maze with the map. Now here you are, the King of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Four of Wands. It's time to celebrate, baby. You have a celebration. You should be celebrating. Celebrate good time. Come on. There's a party going on right here. A celebration to last throughout the years. And bring your good times and your laughter too. We gonna celebrate a party with you. Come on now. Yeah. So I'm saying, like, this is something that's gonna go on for years. That was weird. As I closed my eyes and I said that, it sounded like it was someone else's voice. So I don't know what that means. Compass. The Empress. The cards have been really... I think they're trying to form a union. They're banding together. Okay, the Compass and the Empress. Ten of Cups. Okay, rainbows, happiness, union, blessings, yada, yada, yada. This reading's getting boring. Getting boring. It's just like one happiness after another. Okay, the Three of Wands. Your ship is coming in, and there you are, ready to slay dragons. Wait, there's two cards that... The Knight of Wands and the Seven of Wands. It's interesting. Their capes are kind of attaching. That's fascinating. Their capes are attaching there. It almost feels like, yeah, it comes across. It's almost like, don't get off the boat, I'm getting on with you. Don't get off the boat, I'm getting on with you. There's a huge sense of adventure here. I feel like that's also like breaking barriers. The Star, the King of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. All right. So, you know, you can't just be all excited and celebrate. You've got basic things. You know, you have to balance. There's balance here in life. There's two. You might have a choice. I really feel like some of you are moving towards possibly a new job or career or doing something that is part of like your life's calling. The Eight of Pentacles. The Nine of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the Page of Pentacles. This feels like something that you've worried about and you've been waiting for. It's your new step. I'm wondering if some of you are going to be recertifying for something educating yourself, or you could just be moving into a position here that you don't know a lot about, but you're taking the first steps forward. Hot dog. 8 of Wands. Oh my God, the Lovers and the Knight of Swords. There's nothing can stop you now, honey. Yeah, you are. You are on your... You know what choice to make. You're making the right choice, too, is how that feels. You are making the right choice. The Ace of Swords. Chariot, Page of Swords, 2 of Wands, and the Magician. You are making the right choice. Manifest it. If you're not sure what the choices are yet, wait till you get there. And Joe, believe in yourself. You have the 3... What do you have here? It starts with the 10 of Swords, which is so interesting. Because that's... And the Moon. Man, is feeling like down and out and terrified. Feeling like the heavens have forgotten you or something. And then Justice. 8 of Wands, 3 of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. I don't know why he's... Oh, he was with that Queen of Wands. King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. So there, yeah, something... Definitely the most difficult part of your situation is over. I see there's stability. You're already kind of building on some type of stability or foundation that you've already created. You know what? I'm gonna do the extended. And in your extended, I'm gonna continue to pull cards on top of these. I'm gonna go into the sister deck, the Lace of Destiny, and see how it plays out. I don't necessarily feel like there's anything that we need to know. The karma needs to know about you that doesn't. I don't think that's appropriate. It would work out. And the unexpected as well. I think it's more important to kind of focus on this cool energy that I see. And I'm going to see, especially with this 8 of Wands, the Lovers, and the Knight of Swords, like that just feels like destiny. And there's nothing to stop you from destiny. So I'm going to use the Lace of Destiny Oracle deck. And that's what I have for you, my dear gems. Thank you so much, Geminis. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.